Hello, this is 718, and this is my 2022 Golden Globe predictions. And I'm filming this on December 4th, 2021, so about 9 days before the actual nominations come out. Now, keep in mind, I'm not an expert, and I have not seen probably about 40% of the films I'm talking about. Okay, who am I kidding? It's probably closer to 50 to 60%. I just don't have access to all of them. I'm sorry. And some of them I don't know whether they're comedy or drama. I am probably very wrong on some of them. Like I have Being the Ricardos in comedy and Lost Daughter in comedy, and I have Licorice Pizza and Belfast in drama. But it's the Golden Globes. They did weirder things. So for Best Motion Picture Drama, I have Belfast at number one because I think there's a very good chance that Belfast could end up winning. Um, Belfast, I watched it at the St. Louis Film Festival, which is the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Um, it is funny, so it could be campaigned as a comedy. And honestly, I think wherever it goes, it has a decent shot of winning. Licorice Pizza, I have it at number two. It also could be campaigned as a comedy from what I hear because it's somewhat funny, is what people are telling me. I haven't seen Licorice Pizza. I wish I did. My second favorite movie of the year, Power of the Dog, is definitely a drama, and I think it will get nominated here. King Richard, a very good movie. It's in my top 10 of the year. I would say, yeah, it's campaigned as a drama, and it will get in. And then Dune. Dune deserves to get in. I think it has a very good shot because, I mean, it's just a technical masterpiece, and they gave Black Panther Best Picture Drama nomination at least, and they didn't give it a whole lot of everything else. But I think this one will get more. Number six, I have House of Gucci. It's the Golden Globes. They're gonna wanna. They love Jared Leto. I'm sure they love Lady Gaga, even though they haven't given an award to Lady Gaga. They like the celebrities. They like Ridley Scott, but here's the thing: I could see Lady Gaga or House of Gucci getting nominated in comedy musical. I don't know why, but this is the same Golden Globes that put Martian in comedy musical. Yes, The Martian was funnier, but they could think that Jared Leto is a comedic tour de force. Nightmare Alley, after hearing some of the reactions, I honestly don't know what to make of this movie. I don't think it's going to get much of it in the way of nominations. But if Belfast, Licorice Pizza, and or House of Gucci all move, Nightmare Alley just can slot in there. Same thing with Tragedy of Macbeth. Come on, come on. From what I hear, it could be go in as a comedy, which I put it in drama because I also hear it's a little bit of a drama. Spencer, it just doesn't seem like the Golden Globes type of movie to put in. But then again, it also seems like the Golden Globes type of movie to put in. It's slow, but it very well could be a Golden Globe type movie. And then Mass, I have to put it in there. It's probably not going to happen, but I really want it to happen. If they, I don't see how they see this movie and they're not like, oh, we have to nominate this. So I mean, it's really good. Okay, maybe honestly, some out of the films that I've seen, I don't know if I would put it in over Dune, but I wouldn't necessarily put it in over Belfast, Power of the Dog, or King Richard. But and I haven't seen Licorice Pizza, so I could see where it would miss, I guess. But the performances were really good and the movie was really good. I think it just needs to be in the conversation. I know that's just wishful thinking on my part, but Best Motion Picture Comedy or Musical, I have West Side Story as as the projected winner at this point. After the buzz that came out about it, I don't see how I can predict anything else. It's a musical. The Golden Globes love a musical. Apparently, it's really well done. It's Steven Spielberg. This is just right up the Golden Globes alley. Don't Look Up. I put the star next to it because it could be campaign in drama, but Adam McKay's films are normally campaign in comedy, and I think this is also a comedy, so this could upset West Side Story, but I don't think it will happen. Tick Tick Boom. I personally think the movie is good, but it's a little overrated. I think it could get in. Coda is this year's more comedic film of more like base comedy, even though it's still a little bit of a drama. There's not a lot of really good comedies out here. Being the Ricardos, again, if it's campaigned in drama, then I don't know if it would get in there. They could try to campaign it in comedy because it just might have a better chance of getting in. They'll be like, oh, I Love Lucy is a comedy, so this movie's a comedy type thing. In the Heights, it pains me not to put that in my top 5. But if Being the Ricardos is going to be campaigned, and then Being the Ricardos could very well get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, I can't put In the Heights over it. Cyrano, I hear it's really good. It's, again, could be campaign and drama. It honestly has a much better shot at the comedy or musical category. And I think basically they might put it here in order to have a much better shot for Peter Dinklage in a different category. The Lost Daughter. Again, I don't know if it's a comedy or not. The cast makes it seem like it's a comedy, but I also read on IMDb that it's a drama. But it's the Golden Globes. You never know what they're gonna do, what category fraud they'll commit. The French Dispatch, Wes Anderson. Not Wes Anderson's best. Honestly, might be my second least favorite Wes Anderson movie that I've seen. Red Rocket, I hear it's very funny. I think it has a very good shot for Simon Rex and a nomination for Comedy Musical Actor. And then Annette, I don't think this is up the Golden Globes alley, but at this point, you never know. I got 2 words for you. Or 1 word. Music. Best Director, I have Denis Villeneuve winning because he's Denis Villeneuve. He's very well liked, and Dune is a technical masterpiece. I believe they gave it to The Revenant, and that's kind of what I'm basing that off of. Then Steven Spielberg, West Side Story. They also really like La La Land, so I'm thinking if West Side Story can basically almost sweep, then I think, or sweep its nominations, I think Steven Spielberg is one of the things the Golden Globes could easily do. Jane Campion, Power of the Dog, one of the best directed movies of the year. I could see her pulling this off if she's going to pretty much sweep everywhere. Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. Apparently, it's a really well directed movie. I haven't seen it. I'm sure it deserves to be in here. Kenneth Branagh, Belfast. The movie was well directed, but I don't know if it would be in my personal top 5 as far as directing goes. I could see this missing, but I could also see this winning Best Director. So I'm not confident that it's going to get nominated. I could easily see Adam McKay overtaking him because he's Adam McKay and the Golden Globes just love him. For number 7, I have Guillermo del Toro for Nightmare Alley. I know the movie's supposed to disappoint, but it's Guillermo del Toro. If the movie gets in, I think he gets in. Ronaldo Marcus Green for King Richard. The movie's better than his direction, which it was really well directed, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't think it's gonna happen. Ridley Scott, House of Gucci. If they really love House of Gucci, this could happen. Pablo Larraín, Spencer. At this point, Spencer I could see getting snubbed or getting like 6 nominations. It's honestly, I have no idea. Spencer is one of those biggest, it has the most parody on what could happen. Joe Coen for Tragedy of Macbeth. He's a Coen brother. It's from what I hear, a really well directed movie. And then Lin-Manuel Miranda. They love Lin-Manuel Miranda. They nominated him for Hamilton. They could be like, well, this is our chance to nominate him again. Best Actress in a Drama, Kristen Stewart Spencer. I do have her winning, but there's a chance she could miss this. I mean, it's the Golden Globes. If they really do not like Spencer, they might just not have her in there. Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, she could miss too. Honestly, at this point, I don't think the only person who I think maybe is most likely to get in here is maybe Lady Gaga, or no, Kristen Stewart's most likely. But I mean, the one who I'd see missing the least is Lady Gaga, because Jessica Chastain, you could put somebody else in there. Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, she's getting a lot of buzz. Jennifer Hudson for Respect. I could see Jennifer Hudson winning this, to be honest, because she does really good in it, and it's Jennifer Hudson. It's the type of performance that I think the Golden Globes would like to award. Frances McDormand for Tragedy of Macbeth. Good actress, nominated last year. They don't always love to award Frances McDormand at the Golden Globes, so they may not even nominate here since it's not considered one of her best performances. Penelope Cruz, Parallel Mothers, if she's even eligible, I think she could very easily squeeze in this top 5. Tessa Thompson for Passing. It's up in the air at this point. Renate Runsvi, The Worst Person in the World. She was very good in it, but again, she could be campaigned in comedy for all I know. It's hard to tell where they would campaign actors and actresses in it for best international feature films. And then Rooney Mara, Nightmare Alley. If for some reason they love Nightmare Alley and they just hate the rest of these movies, which I doubt it, with the Golden Globes, it's just hard to predict. Best Actor in a Drama, Will Smith, King Richard. If he misses this, that would be a complete shocker. And Benedict Cumberbatch, same thing. I think Will Smith could very well sweep the season as far as like the major ones, even though some people don't consider the Golden Globes a major one anymore. Denzel Washington for Tragedy of Macbeth. Really good actor in a decent movie. I think he could get in. Joaquin Phoenix for Come On, Come On. If it's nominated, or if it's in drama, I think he could very well get in here. If it's comedy, he could very well get in over there. Jude Hill for Belfast. They nominated Roman Davies for Jojo Rabbit. I believe that's his name. So they've been known to nominate kids before, and honestly, he was good in Belfast. And if they really like Belfast, they could potentially give this movie multiple nominations. Like, they could give this movie like 8 nominations if they wanted to. Well, maybe not quite 8, but I'm trying to think. They could give it the most nominations of the night if they really like Belfast. Cooper Hoffman, Licorice Pizza. He could easily squeeze in there. Bradley Cooper, Nightmare Alley, if they like Nightmare Alley. Nicolas Cage and Pig. They could, if the Golden Globes like certain celebrities, if they wanted to, they could put in Nicolas Cage here, and honestly, he would fit in just as well as Hill or Hoffman. And if Phoenix moves out, I could see Nicolas Cage being above all 3 of these. So, and then Timothée Chalamet, Dune. If they really like Dune, they could get him in there easily. Best Actress in a Comedy, I have Nicole Kidman winning for Being the Ricardos. If Being the Ricardos is a comedy. If not, I think Rachel Zegler will take this, because she won the New York Film Critics Circle, which I know those are 2 very different things. But this is the Golden Globes, and it's a musical. So Rachel Zegler winning is not out of the question. Olivia Colman, Lost Daughter. If it's nominated here, then I think she has a decent shot of winning. Emilia Jones for Coda. I think she has a decent shot at getting the nomination. I don't think she has much of a shot to win, but getting the nomination. Jennifer Lawrence in Don't Look Up. It could just be part of the package of the movie. Emma Stone for Cruella. They did Stranger Things. I mean, it's Cruella. Emma Stone was really good in it. I could see this being a very Golden Globes type of move, especially if Being the Ricardos has moved to drama and nothing else moves to comedy. Emma Stone could very well be in there. Leslie Grace for In the Heights. I think she was maybe slightly better than Melissa Barrera, who I have a couple spots down. And she's might be slightly more famous. I know she has a pretty good music career right now. Marion Cotillard, Annette. If Annette happens, then I doubt Annette's going to happen, but this nomination could happen. And I know you're seeing number 10, but my counter argument to that is A, it's the Golden Globes, and B, music. It's a comedy, supposedly. They like celebrities, and Addison Rae is supposedly one of those. It could happen. If Netflix decides to push, just like they did Emily in Paris, if they decide to push He's All That at the Golden Globes, that could be a Golden Globe nominated movie. I mean, The Tourist got nominated, for goodness sake. I hate that I have that on there. But you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't think that maybe it's the tiniest of possibilities. It's the Golden Globes. Best Actor in a Comedy, Andrew Garfield, Tick, Tick, Boom. I think there's a very good chance he wins here because people are thinking he could win the Oscar. I wouldn't go that far, but I think he could very well win here. Peter Dinklage, Cyrano. People are saying he could very well get nominated for the Oscar, and I think him winning here would be a good step, and I think he's number 2 here. Leonardo DiCaprio, Don't Look Up. I could see him winning this too. And then basically it goes to films that are not as well in the Best Picture race at the Oscars, but could have a good shot at Best Actor here at the Golden Globes for comedy. In the Heights, Anthony Ramos, he was really good in it. Red Rocket, Simon Rex, people are saying he's really good in it. I have Ansel Elgort at number 6. Yes, West Side Story could very well be loved at the Golden Globes, but there's the controversy with him. And the Golden Globes have been through enough controversy. I don't know if they want to nominate him, even though he's been nominated before. It's very possible he gets into this 5. Corey Hawkins for In the Heights. It's depending on whether or not they would campaign him here. I could see them campaigning 2 leads for all the males and females. Ben Platt for Dear Evan Hansen. Music. And then Tanner Buchanan, He's All That. There's just not a lot of people for actor in a comedy or musical this year. Like, there weren't a lot of, like, base comedies. I would have probably been... Heck, 10's probably Tom Hardy and Venom right now. Best Screenplay, I have Belfast winning. Next by Power of the Dog, which it could very easily be Power of the Dog. It's very good screenplay. Honestly, I'd say that's the best part of the movie. I'd say it's one of the best screenplays I've seen in years. Well, maybe not years. I really like Promising Young Woman screenplay, but that was me. It's one of the most well-crafted screenplays. Licorice Pizza, I haven't seen Licorice Pizza, but I hear the screenplay is really good in it. Don't Look Up, it's Adam McKay. West Side Story, if they love West Side Story, they might want to just give this in the package. Number 6, Being the Ricardos. It's Aaron Sorkin. They love Aaron Sorkin. 7, King Richard. Yeah, it's possible. They love King Richard. It's very possible. 8, Mass. This might be its best chance at the above the line categories or the major categories because the screenplay for Mass was really good with a couple of minor exceptions. Coda, also good screenplay. And then Dune, again, if they just want to award the package to it. Best Supporting Actress, we have Rita Moreno for West Side Story, followed by Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. They like to award actors who haven't had a great role in a while, and so I could see Rita Moreno getting that. But I could also see them wanting to give it to Ariana DeBose. Next is Anjanou Ellis for King Richard. She was very good in the movie. Some people think she has a very good shot at winning the Oscar. I think she has just as good of a shot as, honestly, any of the top 8 to win the Oscar. Tech top 9 to win the Oscar. This is a tough race this year. Katrina Bell for Belfast. I don't know if she has much of a chance to win here, but I think at the Oscar she has more of a chance. Kirsten Dunst, Power of the Dog. I think she could get in as part of the package for Power of the Dog. And Aftermath. It hurts me that she's not in this top 5 because she is really good in this movie. Same thing with Martha Plimpton, but I can't. She would be 11, but I just can't have her in there. Marley Matlin, Coda. If Coda happens and they don't like West Side Story as much as I think they do, or they don't like Power of the Dog as much as I think they will, Marley Matlin could happen. She fits the same mold as Rita Moreno. Ruth Negga, Passing. People say she's one of the best performances of the year. I haven't seen Passing yet. I probably should watch that. Meryl Streep, Don't Look Up. She's Meryl Streep. And then Judi Dench, Belfast. She's Judi Dench. Best Supporting Actor. I have Jared Leto winning for House of Gucci because the Golden Globes and it's Jared Leto and his performance was terrible. But they nominated him for The Little Things. He was better in The Little Things than House of Gucci. And he wasn't great in The Little Things. I'm not a Jared Leto hater by any means, but this performance was just not it. Then Jamie Dornan for Belfast. If he's campaigning as hard as he is for everybody else as he is for the Golden Globes, he could very easily win this. He's had other popular roles, and so they could be like, oh, it's the dude from 50 Shades, and he can sing? Let's award him. Kieran Hines, Belfast, arguably the better performance in Belfast between these two. And then Cody Smith-McPhee for Power of the Dog. He was really good in it. Jason Isaacs, Mass. He's really good in Mass. He deserves the nomination. I don't know if he's going to get it. Honestly, I may have him too high, but Robin De Jesus for Tick Tick Boom. He deserves a nomination too. My problem with this is Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress. They're so tough. There are so many good performances. My number 2 through 9, I say, all probably are deserving of the nomination. Granted, I haven't seen Licorice Pizza. And, yeah, that's the only one of those I haven't seen. But all those performances that I've seen are worth a nomination. Bradley Cooper, Licorice Pizza. It's just, from what I hear, it's a cameo, but he's Bradley Cooper. Troy Kotsur for Coda. Funniest scene of the year he delivered and absolutely did it perfectly. John Bernthal, King Richard. Very well. Could go with the package of the movie. Richard Jenkins, The Humans. Did not like this movie, but he was good. Was not the standout in the movie, but he was good. J.K. Simmons being the Ricardos. He's high up on people's Oscar lists, so I gotta put him in there. I don't even know much of what he does in the movie. Best Foreign Language Film, The Worst Person in the World. I have it winning. But honestly, any of these 7 could win. I have Flea at number 2, which honestly is my personal choice. I mean, I really like Worst Person in the World, but I think Flea is better on a technical level. I haven't seen Titan. Haven't seen Drive My Car. But Drive My Car won New York Film, or NYFCC. I don't think it's eligible for foreign language film at the Oscars, or if it is, oh yeah, it is. It's just A Hero and Hand of God also exist, and I don't know what it would take out between the top 3 and A Hero and Hand of God. Parallel Mothers, I think something else got submitted instead of Parallel Mothers, so that's why it's ineligible at the Oscars. But this could take the same route as Portrait of a Lady on Fire did, where it gets in at foreign language film at the Globes, but not at the Oscars. A Hero, a heavy disappointment, and The Hand of God. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's really well made. Best animated feature, I have Mitchell vs. the Machines winning because it deserves to. Arguably, I mean, Flea is better on a technical craft. I think I enjoyed Mitchell vs. the Machines more because Flea is a hard movie to enjoy. Haven't seen Encanto yet. Haven't seen Luca. Seen Raya and the Last Dragon. Didn't like it, but it's a mainstream movie. Ron's Gone Wrong has a shot. Belle apparently is really good, but I don't know if it takes out Raya. And then Where is Anne Frank? I've heard mixed things about it. But it could be Flea to win this, but I doubt it. And honestly, any of the top 4 I could see winning this. It's the Golden Globes, so it's not like the Oscars where they really love Pixar. The Golden Globes kind of shakes things up a little bit. And this could be Mitchell vs. the Machine's first chance to take the Oscar all the way home. And then Best Original Score, I have Dune winning because it's Hans Zimmer and it's one of his best scores. In my opinion, it's his best score since The Dark Knight, which The Dark Knight was his best score since The Lion King. So, yeah, I think he could very easily win this. I think Spencer and Power of the Dog, it's not like last year with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, where Soul was the clear frontrunner between that and Mank. I don't see what's the clear frontrunner between these two, because they're both really good and they're both similar. Nightmare Alley, what isn't Desplot anymore, but I hear it's still really good. French Dispatch is Desplot, and score is one of those things where a film that kind of disappointed for Best Picture can still get in. That's why I kind of have these two. And then Don't Look Up, Tragedy Macbeth, The Last Duel. Those scores, I don't remember much of the score of Last Duel, but it's a contender apparently, at least for Golden Globes. Best Original Song, I only have 6 in here because I didn't want to have to try to look up all the songs, but I think these are the top 6 unless there's something I'm completely missing. Be Live by Beyonce, it's Beyonce. No Time to Die by Billie Eilish, it's Billie Eilish. Just Look Up by Ariana Grande, it's Ariana Grande. Guns Go Bang by Jay-Z, it's Jay-Z. Dos Orgatas, however you pronounce that, my apologies because I'm sure I butchered it, by Lin-Manuel Miranda for Encanto. And Here I Am by Jennifer Hudson for Respect. I think Respect could United States vs. Billie Holiday, even though it's a better movie this year. And I think it could get in here and take out like Guns Go Bang or Dos Orgatas, but I can't. Jennifer Hudson's not quite as big a name as these 5, which she should be, but she's just not. And those are my predictions for the Golden Globes. If you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. Let me know what your predictions are down below, or if you even have thought about the Golden Globes. I know they're not going to be televised this year, so we're probably not going to hear too much about them. I plan on doing Critics' Choice Awards predictions, but honestly, this one took a long time to make the PowerPoint. Yes, I know it's a PowerPoint. That's not necessarily the most professional, but I had to work with what I had. Yeah. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the subscribe button. I will try to be making more Oscar-related videos and awards-related videos. In the meantime, before award season comes up, I try to review movies on the channel. I've had some that I didn't review because I just was like, that's a lot of time spending making a video, and I don't like to make a movie or a review of a movie that I absolutely hate and will trash on. And if I just love the movie, absolutely, it's basically just 100% of a gushing fest. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Letterboxd because you will see much more of my thoughts on movies there. I believe it's Cinnabon18 on Letterboxd or Cinnabon 2018. There should be a link down below in the description section. But yeah, Letterboxd is good. Follow me on Twitter, all the social medias. And yeah, Thank you for watching. Cinnabon18 signing out. And